everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's about I think it's about 2 a.m. I said 2 a.m. Or at least I think it's like 1:30. I don't even know. Sometimes when I'm doing this job, I just lose track of time, and especially when I'm tired. Anyway, how's everyone doing? I wonder if anybody got a chance to watch my last video, where I basically, in my last video, I did a screen record of a conversation I was having with the Chat GPT, and maybe trying to see if I can pull some fine threads or something of information out, at least information that it's at least like information that it's allowed to tell me, so but besides that, I want to see if I can stop by my old job. Well, I doubt anybody's there at this time. I gotta go to 42nd Street. I'm only on the east side, so I gotta go west anyway. So I'm gonna just go up the 3 blocks, and then just go left and take the west side highway straight down. There's a bike path on the west side highway, so I can just take that straight. But anyway, there's quite a bit that I'm trying to really get down. Alright, how can I put this? It's interesting. I actually start to feel myself settle in the idea that, like, you know what? They're not going to do shit to me physically. Sorry to curse, but they're not going to do anything to me physically. Why? Because I don't know why. I'm not banking on that, but I'm just thinking to myself, all right, if they're supposed to be like a part of some, like, I don't know, if they're supposed to be a part of like a secret society, and everything that they're doing is supposed to be without a trace, i.e., something electronic, so that way there's no trace of anything. That's why they're committing all these like rapes, murders, sexual assaults, all kinds of thefts. Everything's going digital. Why? Because there's no DNA trace. And it takes time, and it takes specific people with specific skill sets to be able to, trace electronic things and whatnot. But what I want to say, we really need to get a grip on the whole notion that that this game stalking stuff is not like I hear many people say, oh, it's not spiritual, or it's not let me see, I'm trying to see who that at the front door. I can't even tell. But anyway, like, we got to get out of that, because this thing is riddled with dark spiritual energies, riddled with it. I mean, I'm talking like 200 bullet holes riddled with dark, energy, basically being cultivated, and also loud bus. But yeah, this energy is being cultivated, and you know what? I wonder if some of you actually got a chance to watch that show, The Feed. Y'all need to watch this show. I'm not sure how accurate this show probably is when it comes to like trying to understand this secret society technology that's supposedly not out yet, but yet there's so much research information about it out there, but it's not going to, a lot of it's not going to really tell you the negative aspects of this technology. Everything that you'll find about the technology is always going to be about health or boosting communications or some bull like that. You're not really gonna find too much information about how they're basically using bio frequency signatures of people's, basically people's whole like energy life force, and then using techniques from wireless energy transfer to basically channel or transmit like all this like electrical energy into the cells or the desired target cells of people. They're talking about how like all this technology can be so useful and helpful for so many people. But here's the thing. They're trying to basically like, well, in an extreme sense, privatize the positive use of the technology. They're basically keeping it so that it's only used by a portion or percentage of the global population, while the other half has been, I don't even think it's really been random how people have been selected to be targeted with the technology. I think it was all about like, if you were already like, let's say pre all these technological advances, if you were already like probably out here just doing stuff, and then you were already serving somebody, you just basically gotta kind of, I want to say like an upgrade, but they basically just got like an upgrade. They went from having to break into homes to learning how to hack the brain and break into your mind. Shit, they got an upgrade. And then it's like I found out like so much more interesting things and perspectives to think about. Because after watching that show, The Feed, to give you like a rough depiction of what it is, basically in the future, augmented reality and memories have combined. People have technology like wired technology. It's not like wireless, like nanobots and but you know what, tell you the truth, if enough nanobots probably built up in a person and they've all assembled together inside the person, it probably would look like a bunch of wires after a while, once the nanobots assemble with each other and form like its own like inner artificial neural network. But anyway, yeah, I'm just like, oh, right, sorry, my train of thought is being broken up. I got a lot of energy, a strong electrical current, I would say, flowing into my memory cortexes on both sides of my brain, and I feel a frequency on my heart right now, and it's coming directly from the phone. But I also have my phone plugged up to my portable charger. To my portable chargers in my pocket, so I'm dealing with that EMF, electromagnetic field, and its radiation that's in my pocket. But where am I trying to go with this? So yeah, everyone has their memories uploaded to something called The Feed, and it's basically like a global cyber network that connects just about anybody and everybody with each other through this feed. Think of like Facebook augmented reality for your memories or something like that. But anyway, so at some point in a show, there's this virus, right? In the show, you're definitely going to see the rebellious fight between people who don't want to be on the feed and then those who do. Well, the people who do want to be on the feed, they're not really fighting nobody. They just got their whole like enforcers and soldiers to just beat up and harass people who aren't, augmented. But anyway, oh yeah, no, Times Square, I already passed it. I was like, in case people have not been to New York, but no, I already passed where Times Square would be at. Anyway, so yeah, so there's this virus that breaks out, but it's not like the virus that you would think of. It's not like an illness virus. It's more of a technological virus. It's like a virus that basically it's like a computer virus, really. But what it does is this virus somehow it has like a Freddy Krueger type effect. It only really catches people when they go to sleep with their feed on, right? So once they basically go to sleep with the feed on, somehow they're like, I guess you could say, like, their consciousness is maybe not killed, but their consciousness is kind of like, it's like they get hijacked. So it's like, imagine if any of you seen the movie Get Out, where they basically it was basically a movie about how they use like mind tricks to hypnotize and then basically put someone's whole consciousness and their persona in like a back seat while a whole nother person takes over their body. But this is basically what happens. Now, I'm not going to tell you too much of the show, but it's juicy though. I mean, it came out in 2019. It's a dope show. I suggest, especially people being targeted, if you probably want a really good idea of maybe what some of this. I've always said that I would love to see what the Game Stalkers see from their perspective, from their eyes, because obviously they're looking at data, they're looking at a bunch of things that we don't get to see. Exactly where I want to go. They're looking at a bunch of things that we don't get to see because they're augmented. So especially since I'm in a smart city like New York, there's like so many frequencies and data just flowing all over this place. Hold on. So, okay. Alright, this should actually be a nice little interesting ride. One is just getting to the bike path on the West Side Highway, and then two is the ride going all the way south. But anyway, y'all should definitely watch that show, The Feed. It's only 10 episodes. It's only one season. But aside from that, let me try to see if I could really wrap my mind around what's been going on with me lately and why I haven't really been able to put up any videos. I mean, as always, when you're being like targeted, on whatever level that you're on, sometimes you just don't have the energy to want to do certain things, or sometimes they may actually just like have whenever you have the impulse to want to do something that may be productive or helpful to yourself or something like that, they could, well, overstimulate your nerves or your memory, parts of your memory, so that you probably actually just forget to do what you wanted to do. Or I know a lot of times when I used to talk about brain fog and feeling like there's pressure all in my head because it's hard to remember something, but I realize now, I'm like, brain fog is basically them flooding the neurons and the nerves with this wireless steered electrical currents. That's basically what they're doing. They're flooding it, and it kind of almost like breaks up some of the bonds, some of the connections that have been made within the nerves. That's why a lot of times we struggle with remembering, because I believe that, or at least I think that due to all of the attacks on our brain and our cognition, it separates. I mean, basically, when you radiate things, what do you think you're doing? You're heating it up, and you're breaking apart molecules. So if they're heating us up, then basically what they're doing, they're breaking apart many different nerve bonds or whatever that help with our memory. And I definitely have some really, like, my memory has definitely taken a dive since all this targeting started. And I kind of struggled with, my memory for years, though. Even, like, I don't know when, maybe sometime after, like, I didn't know, high school, I still kind of had, like, bad memory, but it wasn't like, I don't ever remember. I mean, hold on, I'm about to lose a lid. I was about to lose a lid, trying not to lose a lid out here. Alright. So, but okay, damn, it's always so hard to try to remember certain things. And I'm so lazy. I don't take notes of stuff and that's what I need to do. I need to be more attentive like that. But man, I get so tired. Cause, like, aside from the V2K and being attacked with the energy, it's like I just be tired, man. Like I be so tired. Sometimes I don't want no one speaking to me. Like I need, like because this drains me so much, especially having people talk junk about you for 24 hours a day. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And they supposedly have the whole world in their hands. So I'm like, how you have the whole world in your hands and you still got to do what you do? I'm like, I don't know. It's like one of those things that you think about, like when someone gambles and they're up, they're winning, they already got like a pocket full of money. They're about to go cash in their chips. They're about to, they're about to have a really great time, right? But then they just keep going and going and going. And it's like, at some point, this bubble is going to burst. I'm like, I'm not doubting that at all. At some point, this bubble is going to burst, because, really, once you really get down to it, and you find out, like, in but so many ways how they're doing this stuff, I'm telling you that it's gotta have a breaking point at some point. There's going to be a breaking point, and when it does, a lot of these people are going to end up like the ending in the feed. They're oftentimes telling me that not only the military doesn't like me knowing about this technology, or the military doesn't want me synchronizing with their technology. That they've used that one on me recently. They've used that saying. They said that even the military don't want you synchronizing with the technology. And then, because what I do, like when I tell you that I can literally, I feel the frequencies, right? I would put my hand up in the direction of where it's coming from, right? And then I would take my thumb and my index finger and I would close them tight around the frequency to the point where I can feel it vibrating in between my fingers. Like, he was, well, I don't know. Sometimes some bikers, they just look you in your face when you ride. I don't know. Sometimes they'll give you the head nod to say hello, and sometimes I'm like, I don't know. It was just odd that he was looking me dead in my face and he was talking, but he didn't necessarily give me any cue. But anyway, so I'm just trying to like really, ooh, this is gonna be, I gotta go all the way down to Spring Street, and I'm riding from 42nd Street. But anyway, yeah, they've been pushing this thing a lot more, saying, oh, the military don't want you knowing about the technology. Then they jump to, it goes from the military to now it's the streets. Oh, the streets. I'm not, look, I ain't never really been in the streets. Can't really say that I ever really wanted to. I mean, yeah, I've done some things, but nothing. I ain't never violated nobody. I never violated anyone. And that's what they're pushing now. That's one of the threats that they're pushing. They're like, oh, the streets are going to violate you. And then something else that they've been saying, they said, or they've been saying that I left my girlfriend open. Whatever that means, I haven't really narrowed it down. I thought when they said, oh, you left your girl open, I thought it was because, you know, since they've been increasing the manipulations against my body, I'd been finding it a lot harder to really to just like want to engage, you know. And she definitely does get attacks, and she gets manipulations too. And then you know, but she doesn't have V2K, so I'm all the time hearing them mention something about her, and it's always something negative, or you know, it's something that I'm not doing, and because I'm not doing this, she's basically gonna leave me, or whatever the case may be. And I keep telling, look, I'm not dropping this statement ever. I and God are one, right? I and God are one. And Jesus is like, I say that Jesus is the guide, right? God and I are one, and Christ is the guide, right? I've already read enough scripture to know that no matter what is happening, you, as one of God's individual children, yes, collectively we are all his children, but you as an individual, you are responsible for what happens with your soul. You are responsible. This is one of the reasons why God gave us free will. It's just like why you have free will to either cheat on someone you're with or don't cheat. Either leave the person you're with because you're unhappy, or don't leave. And stay and be miserable. Now, along with all the manipulations they've been doing, of course they've been in her dreams and they've been in my dreams, but I think they've definitely been working her a bit more in her dreams because well, we're both empaths, but we're like different levels of empaths, I believe. I got her into reading or listening to this book called Empaths and Their Psychic Abilities. It's actually a really, really good guide. I call it a guide more, but it's really interesting. And I try not to like baby her too much because I feel like to some degree she has to, be able to take certain things. She has to be able to go through it because and they're calling me selfish. They're calling me they say I don't care about her. They say I'm not protecting nobody. And I'm thinking to myself, like, whoa, you're a legion of like, I don't know, however many million people. No matter where I go on the earth, there's always going to be somebody working with y'all. So how am I supposed to protect anybody that I care about? I guess in what they deem as being protected, because quite honestly, as long as I know I have God as my foundation, I'm always protected. My soul is protected, my body is protected, my mind is protected. I'm not really worried, right? Because we're not supposed to worry. We're not supposed to worry about our lives. We're not supposed to worry about how much money we have. We're not supposed to worry about much of anything. Worry is basically a tool that was created by the serpent, worry and fear and anger and all these different things. All these things are like spells that are casted on the soul to make it basically produce low vibrational energy. Every emotion, every thought that you basically generate within your body or project from your body is energy projecting from the body, yeah, I'm like, damn, I done forgot my train of thought. Yeah, there's a lot of energy on the right side of my skull right now. Yeah, so like all right here, but it's coming at an angle. It's kind of like this. There's one beam, I call it the main beam. The main beam kind of comes down like this, and it goes right into the prefrontal cortex. But then it has these other little sub break-offs frequencies. I don't know. I told myself maybe one day I'll just go ahead and try to do my best to make an illustration of what I sense it looks like to them, because I know many times I've heard them mention something about, oh, his energy bubble, and I'm like, my energy bubble. All right, thank you. And I'm like, energy bubble. I'm thinking they talking about like the aura, the electromagnetic field produced by the body. But no, I think they're talking about something completely different. Thank you. And then aside from that, and I could hear them getting mad. They're like, Chris, you need to stop talking about stuff you don't know about. And you know what? And they're like, oh, he's so disrespectful to secret society. He has no respect for women. And that's some wild ass shit. How they talk about how I have no respect for women. But I'm like, first and foremost, the handlers that's over over my V2K, 2 of them are women, right? 2 of them are women, and I'm sure they actively participate in targeting and harassing other women. And then get this, like I said, 2 of them are women, right? And when my girl is actually being harassed and attacked by these with these weapons, I'm pretty sure this whole idea of respect for women doesn't apply. I guess it just doesn't apply to women being attacked with this technology, you know. And they say, and they're trying to put a lot of guilt on me. They're trying to say, oh, it's your fault if anything happens to people because you're not supposed to talk about technology, you're not supposed to talk about secret society. But I'm like, look, at the end of the day, no matter what happens, and I say this often because not that I'm trying to become a martyr or anything, but I just have this feeling that no matter what, as long as I keep being me, no matter what they say, no matter what they do, everything, including my death itself, is going to work in my favor. Because if my intention is to actually use my life to try to see if I can help liberate other people's lives, then hell, you know. And sometimes things don't happen until a few people die anyway. So I'm like, well, I just gotta go ahead and just go along with it, you know. I can't be selfish. I mean, what about so many babies that never really had a chance to live? And you know, I'm like, what about so many babies that had a chance, that didn't have a chance to live? I'm supposed to think my life is more important, you know, just because, you know, oh, I want to reach the age of 36. Oh, I want to reach the age of 40. Oh, I want to reach the age of 65. You know, nobody's life is really that important. I'm gonna just be real. Nobody's life is really that important, because I'm gonna tell you why, right? Nobody's life is really that important. It's what you do with your life is what makes life itself important. Your life isn't necessarily all that important, but it's what you do with your life. Now, people are probably gonna like say, what? My life isn't important. I love myself. I care about myself. Well, at the same time, do you love yourself enough to do the right thing even when it seems like everybody is doing wrong? Do you love yourself enough to do the right thing so that you can help someone else? You know, and I'm like, I'm trying my best to not let anger or resentment or revenge or malice sit in my heart, because that's not healthy, and 2, it won't really be that productive. It won't be productive for me to harbor and hold on to low vibrational emotions and energies. So I don't know. Then I'm thinking to myself, like, sometimes I wish, sometimes I kind of wish maybe I should have just became a cop, right? But then I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, no, because that's not what I wanted to do. I mean, if I would have became a cop, would I have been targeted at all, or would they have just been using me? You know, I mean, that's really the whole point of much of their society, is basically having yourself a stable of people that you can use to do things for you, most likely. I mean, why else do people need to know everything on your mind? Because they need to use you. And if they don't want to directly engage you, they can use this technology to peer into your mind and basically take all the information that they need right from your brain. But let me see what else. I don't know. They're trying to like. It's interesting because they're trying to make me seem like. They make me seem like I'm like one of the most dangerous TIs there are, when it comes to like, I guess, what I'm capable of or what I'm trying to learn. Because I don't know, like the way they try to go so hard with the V2K and just the language and the dialogue that they have with their audience. Oh man, I wish I could just go right through there. Cause oh wait, no, that's not the block I need to go down anyway. Oh yeah, I'm not even there yet. But I don't know. Now I hear one of the women, and she's over there talking to the audience, telling them whatever lies that everyone's believing anyway. I don't know, and I guess the thing that really irritates me the most is I feel like I'm trying to compete with someone basically talking trash about me, and then I'm trying to do everything I can to maintain my character, maintain my poise and everything. It's like I feel like I'm trying to compete. And there are moments where I'm just like, you know what? I'm not even going to try to like convince people that I'm not what they tell me that they're telling. Well, I'm not what they're telling people who I am. Because I feel like if you can't observe a person and tell by their actions who they are, right? Now I get it, you know, there's a lot of people out here who got some strong fronts where they basically make themselves look like they're all good in public eye, but you know, but behind closed doors they doing snuff videos and whatnot. But I don't know. But what else? I'm almost there. Dang. I was gonna say this light's gonna change and I'm gonna have to wait a long time to cross the street. What else? I don't know. I'm trying to get myself mentally prepared for this trip. I need to finish crossing some T's and dotting some I's so I could try to see if I can minimize any type of interferences I might get from them. I don't know, y'all. Like I'm really trying, you know. And they keep talking about supervisor. So apparently, I'm thinking what they're saying is like, this is a pretty good shot. I don't even know if you can really see it. You see the World Trade Center back there? But I don't know. It's tricky. It's tricky. I don't know. I tend to have things I want to say, but then once I start recording, I forget what I want to say. So I guess I'll just end it here for now. If something comes back to me, then I'll come back to y'all. All right. As always, take life one breath, one thought, one step, one day at a time. Peace.